Bam, ba-da-ba.
We all spend too much time staring at the computer screen, of course. Up next, we're going to learn how to save our eyes from computer burnout. San Diego Living on your Friday is coming right back.
Do you spend all day at work staring at a computer screen or reading off of a smartphone? Millions of Americans do, often leading to headaches, blurred vision, or double vision. It's called computer vision syndrome, or CVS for short. Optometrist Dr. Phil Smith is an expert in computer ergonomics. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Greg.
Now, you see patients, you say, every day for this problem.
Yeah, it's both children and adults. Nationwide, we have about 143 million people that are on computers all day long. Kids, probably 25 to 30 million in the United States, and so they're on computers a lot.
And kids, like you said, I mean, they're especially vulnerable because they're on the computer at home or at work all the time.
Yeah. Kids' eyes are still developing, and so we really are interested in finding out how they're using their visual system when they're on the computer and try to give them some preventive things in terms of helping them reduce some of that eye stress that they're under.
Now, explain why staring at a computer screen is so bad for you. I mean, we all know the kind of the effects that it has. You know, the double vision, the headaches, but why is it so bad?
Well, a couple of things. First of all, we do stare. You brought up the good word, and that's stare. We tend to stare when we're using a computer, and in that process, we tend to not blink as much, so we get dry eyes. But then just the fact of focusing on a computer, the pixels that make up the computer doesn't allow our eyes to focus easily like it does if we're looking at a book with print. And so the focusing system has to work and work and work much harder than when we're just reading in a regular text.
Now, there are some important things we can do to help combat CVS and protect our vision, right?
Yes.
What are those?
Well, first of all, we would suggest, I have what I call the rule of 20-20, and that is when a child or an adult is on the task for 20 minutes, to be able to look up and look away for about 20 seconds. So 20 minutes on task, 20 seconds away, to kind of relax the eyes.
And lighting is also key.
Lighting is very important. We don't want a child or an adult to be in an environment where the room is dark and we have that bright computer screen. We want to have less contrast between the environment and the screen itself. The less contrast, the better.
So at night, when you're, say, on the laptop or you're looking at the computer, you want to make sure that you have plenty of light in the room and that's not the only light in front of you.
That is correct. That'll make it easier on the eyes. Yeah.
Now, ergonomics.
Yes.
Talk about that as well.
Well, you just upright posture, feet on the floor. If it's a child, we don't want their feet dangling. They need to be sitting on something. They want to have a fairly much what we call a 90-degree angle to the computer in terms of their hands and where they're working with it, just to make things easier. And also, eyes should be pretty much straight ahead.
And talk about the 3 Bs really quick.
I'm sorry.
The 3 Bs.
Oh.
The 3 Bs, I think we're talking about blink, breathe, and break.
Thank you very much, yes. Thank you. Blinking is very...
I got you there, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, you did. Blinking is very important because you, again, want to re-moisturize your eyes so they don't dry out. Breathing is very important, so we just relax the whole body, and so those are very, very important things. Yeah.
And you know, lastly, there's some customized glasses that you can buy to help reduce the effects of the glare.
Correct. They're developed actually and made right here in San Diego by a company called Gunnar, and we have some samples of them down in front there, and they're kind of interesting looking lenses. They're yellowish in color. This increases the contrast on the computer screen, so we reduce eye stress. They can be made either with prescription or without prescription, and I've just gotten phenomenal feedback from my patients where these are prescribed.
And these are actually, I tried on a pair yesterday, and they're actually pretty stylish. You don't look like, you know, maybe a dork at work wearing them, but you know, Kelly, one of our producers, was nice enough to let me borrow hers, and they actually felt really, it's kind of like polarization, you know, that you would have outside, but inside on your computer.
By increasing that contrast between the screen and the print that's on the screen, it actually reduces that eye strain. You can actually physically feel that when you're using the lenses.
All right, Dr. Phil Smith, thank you so much for coming in today. Some great information.
Great.
All right. And now let's go over to Renee.